You guys don't understand. I have a rare disease. I have a rare disease. Everyone's like, she's schizoposting. She's schizoposting. I have a rare disease. And when they do my autopsy and they study my body, I want you guys to really study it. I want you guys to really take a look because I know I have a rare disease and you'll get famous if you look at my body. Somebody kill me right now so then you can look at my body and discover the rare disease. I'll give you my address. I'm so sick and tired of this idea, like, oh, we need to forgive each other. Oh, we need to handle everything with grace. Oh, like, when somebody hits you, turn the other cheek. I'm so sick of this mentality. I think we need to be freaking out. That's what I think. Oh, you just need to be demure. You just need to have some couth. Have some decorum. Oh, when they go low, you go high. Oh, don't go to their level. Oh, this, oh, that. No, I think we should be freaking the fuck out. I think we should be throwing punches. I think we should be screaming. I think this is what needs to be done for progress to be made. I saw one of my running friends on the track today, and his whole face lit up when I waved at him, and he saw me. And, like, we just kept running. We didn't talk or anything because we're runners. We don't have time to stop. But I just thought it was so wholesome to have someone's face light up when they see me. Like, I feel like I'm not used to that. I'm not used to making people happy. Glad to put a smile on someone's face.
Have a good time. Yeah. So bring on them cowboys and their pickup lines. You know I'm here for the party. And I ain't leaving till they throw me out. I'm gonna have a little. I'm here for the party. Honestly, I can't believe the magic you do.
Never seen anything as lovely as you. I was so afraid.
I was so alone and blue.
I took you in my arms.
Now I'm going home with you. I'm gonna wake up in your arms tomorrow. I'm gonna make it the night of my life. I'm gonna wake up in your arms. It's so hard to skip our beats. Thank you for taking me to paradise tonight.
I'm free. I'm free. You know that meme that's like this? It's like the chains breaking free and the chains are falling off of him. That's me. I was bound and now I'm free. I just called my doctor and they said that I can stop taking the menopause pill and then I could start up again. I felt confined. I felt trapped. I felt like I had to take the menopause pill for 2 years because it was my only shot at being symptom free for 2 years and being cramp free and being period free for 2 years. But then apparently you can split it up. I did confirm with my doctor. So I'm going to take all the pills I still have. I still have like 2 months worth of pills. I'm going to take those. I'll be in menopause for 2 more months. And then I'm free. I can take a little break from menopause. I'm not so much feeling like being in menopause right now. I just feel like it's been making me so angry. It's just making me an unbearable person to live with. And guess who has to live with me all the time? And it's just a cycle where like, it's terrible. Also, my friend who I've been trying to convince them that they're in an abusive relationship, they switched therapists and their new therapist told them that they're in an abusive relationship. Had them fill out the questionnaire and everything. I know I'm smiling. I know I shouldn't be happy. I'm so happy. Because this is one step closer to getting her out. I truly, truly believe that. Having a professional in her ear confirming the things I'm saying, that's manipulation, that's abuse, that's not okay. I think it's going to help a lot and I'm really excited. Sorry you're being abused, bestie. I'm very excited to help you get out of it. I love this banjo boy. I actually have a giant crush on him, but I know he has a girlfriend. And also he's blonde. And I don't agree with his politics, but I love this banjo boy. I love his banjo playing. And he watched my story the other day. And I was like, why is he watching my story? Then I realized he's been following me. He followed me back when I followed him. Banjo boy, stop. Go home. My friend sent me a meme about Hinge today, and then I saw another thing about Hinge, and I sent it to them, and they come back with, so many signs to join Hinge today. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. I will not be joining Hinge today. I'll be curled up with my book that somebody left a note in. I got this secondhand as usual, and it says, I hope you are enjoying your book. I love you. And I thought, I'm going to keep this in the book so I feel loved by someone. Maybe I should download it. Anyway, I'm going to keep this in the book so I feel like someone loves me and is wishing well for me. Where'd my book go? This is the most heart-wrenching, gut-wrenching, dramatic, throw-up-y. Okay, not the most, but it is a very emotional book. I would kill my husband if he left that inside this book. And, like, I get to, like, one of these parts and it's like, oh, we're enjoying it. Don't you say that to me. I'm not enjoying this book. I am. I actually am enjoying this book a lot, but I'm not. What the fuck is a painfully blue sky? Y'all just be using whatever the fuck adverbs you want, huh? Huh, Jodi Picoult. Jodi Picoult always be saying whatever the fuck she wants. One of my problems while reading is a lot of the times I'm like, this problem is too big. You should probably just kill yourself. And then things just keep getting worse. I'm like, why isn't he just killing him? Does he realize he can just kill himself? That's how I feel reading so many books. That's how I feel reading this book. That's how I feel reading Catcher in the Rye. I'm like, why don't you just fucking kill yourself, honestly? Like, what is all this sticking around for? Your life sucks. I lost that hair in the shower, and it looks like an upside-down Greek letter for omega. It also looks like, for my linguists out there, the vowel symbol representing a close back rounded sound. Good morning, world, and all who inhabit it. Today I saw a man with dreadlocks, white man, with dreadlocks and a bandana, and he was carrying a leaf blower. And I've never seen such a perfect encapsulation of a fake hippie. Like, that is like literally exactly what a fake hippie is. That made me laugh, even though it made me sad. Then on the radio they said it's National Roadkill Day. Who is coming up with these days and why? First time wearing my glasses to school because I sit in the front row and still can't see. So it's time that we just come to terms with the fact that we might need to wear them. Ask me what pissed me off in class today, because you know it's gonna be something. Fuck, I need a cigarette, dude. Ugh, but I'm like 2 days from being 2 weeks off Nick, so we're not gonna do that. But fuck, I need a cigarette! I'm literally going to the gas station to buy cigarettes, but they're not for me. And they are of someone of age. She just don't want to leave the fucking house. Anyway, ask me what pissed me off. What pissed me off today was we were supposed to be like rhetorically analyzing and saying the purpose and the meaning of these fucking images. One of the images was the "Don't Tread on Me," I forget the actual name of it. It doesn't fucking matter because it's not even what it for. And people were talking about the historical context, which is true, like that it was originally like a thing about, there's someone waiting at a crosswalk, but it's like one of those crosswalks that's timed, so I drove through it anyways, and there's other people driving through it, but I don't know how I feel about that. Don't know how I feel about that action of mine. Anyway, what the fuck? Wait, I haven't even told you I'm mad, so you don't even know what I'm saying. What the fuck? That's fine. That's fine that they were doing that. They were talking about the British and whatnot, you know, like the actual origins of the flag. And then I was like, it's usually used today as a thing about gun control, about protecting the Second Amendment, about, like, it's a conservative ideology thing, you know? And there was a bunch of mumbling and grumbling behind me. And I sat there and I was like, am I wrong? Am I wrong? And then I did some Googling and I was like, no, fucking the NRA literally sells stickers and flags and shit of this. The NRA, National Rifle Association, like, this is associated with guns, and you guys are acting like I'm stupid because you're stupid, as always. And fucking, so at the end of class, I just raised my hand. I was like, listen, I heard some mumbling and grumbling about my answer, and I just want to say I know that's not the original historical context, not the origins of the flag, but it is it is one of the most popular contemporary meanings of the image, and that is how it has been adopted by the far right. And my teacher said, thank you, I agree. But I don't even know if he knows that much about the far right, because he's from Nigeria. And today he kept saying, I should not laugh at accents. I know that's like not woke, it's like xenophobic or whatever, but like, I would be laughing if an American said this too. It's just so funny. He kept saying, instead of Clark Kent, because we were also analyzing like a Superman Got Milk ad, he kept saying Clark Clint. And I just think that's such a funny name, Clark Clint. Like, it would be funny if that was his name. Like, it's not even funny because he's Nigerian and he's saying it in his accent. It's just a funny fucking name, Clark Clint. So, You win some, you lose some, and today I won with I won some happiness with Clark Clint, and I gained some anger with people acting like you're gonna tell me I'm wrong? She's a princess. She comes down in a bubble, dude. You're gonna tell me I'm wrong? When people fly that right next to the fucking Confederate flag, you're gonna tell me I'm wrong? Honestly, on the bright side, if everyone in this class hates me, at least all the boys who I feel like purposely try to sit next to me and purposely try to time their walkouts out with mine, at least that's over. Because I need you teenagers to stay the fuck away from me. I'm not interested. I think the difference between me and most everyone else is I sit here going, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong about every little thing? And everyone else just goes, I'm right. I'm right. I'm right. And they don't even let themselves ponder. They don't even let themselves think about it. Like, everyone was mad at me in class, so I look it up to make sure I'm right. How many other people in the world would do that? And I know this is kind of ironic because I'm being like, I'm better than everyone because I don't think I'm better than everyone. But, like, just stay with me here. Because honestly, how many people do you know that actually would go out of their way to prove themselves wrong? Because for me, it's basically just my friend group. I've been having the funniest dreams. I took melatonin last night because I didn't smoke weed all day. Good. Anyway, and my dream, someone was trying to kill me with a hammer. I've been talking a lot about killing people with hammers and killing myself with a hammer. And there's been a lot of memes about killing things and killing people and killing creatures with hammers. So it makes sense that would happen in my dream. So he's trying to kill me with a hammer. And he goes, oh, you just make me so angry. I just want to... And I go, kill me with a hammer? It was so funny. It might not be as funny to you. But to me, it's very funny that that's a phrase I say so much. That was like an inside joke with myself. Bruh, I just asked my sister, the least political person I've ever met in my life, what do you think of when you see the Don't Tread on Me flag? She goes, Republicans? Okay, just making sure I'm not fucking insane. Idiots! Savages. Idiots!
These kids these days, I'll tell you what, they're nothing like we used to be back when we were in fraternities. They have no respect for anybody, okay? They're like stupid little goddamn savages.
Bitches,
I mean, I came in there, right, and I was polite, and I was nice to them, I was cordial, and they completely goddamn disrespected me. Little idiots! Idiots! I was completely disrespectful. They're supposed to be my brothers, right? They're my brothers? No, that's not fun. What they were doing wasn't fun. They kept zapping us and zapping us. Idiots! Savages! Idiots!
Jesus Christ, dude. Man. Calm down.
All right, they disrespect. I am a legend over there.
I know you're a legend. Charlie knows you're a legend. You know, that's just the viciousness of youth.
It wasn't fun. It's not fun. It's not fun.
I'll tell you what, dude.
I'm being attacked. Send the troops. Send the army. He was attacking me, now he's not. Oh, no, I'm being attacked. Send the National Guard. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my gosh, we're under attack. We're under attack. They're trying to kill me. These are Casey guys. Now Desperat's pretending not to be Casey again. This guy's a nut job. Huh, Jacker? Oh my gosh. They called in recruitments. Oh my goodness. Where's my team? Where's my backup? Now you're chill. You're over it. No, he's at it again. Jasper's at it again. Oh. Every time I pull out the camera, he's like, I'm too good to attack you on camera. I will not be seen playing. I'm too good for that. As soon as I turn off the camera, he's right back at me with his tongue, trying to get it in my mouth. They don't even know I just finished a 6-page paper on the prison industrial complex. They don't even know what a for-profit prison is.
It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5. Oh, we were going back to the beginning.
Why I'm easy. It's like Sunday morning. Hey, did you sail across the sun?
So the thing about the menopause pills is I've been thinking about finishing off the rest of them because I was like, I don't know the potency, like I don't know how long it takes till it like expires or loses its potency. Like I should just keep taking them until they're out, and then when I return I'll just refill a new prescription. They say they last till 2026, July, middle of it. So I think I might just quit soon because I'm unbearable, and like I'm always just like sitting here crying. You can't tell the lighting's bad, but my eyes are so red. Oh, actually, you kind of can't tell. Anyway, I just been bawling and being like, no one understands me. Like I'm 17. I think when you turn like 70, well, younger than 70, but 70 sounds like 17. When you get old, you turn into a teenager again and you go, nobody gets me, because you're dealing with a different kind of hormonal imbalance. It's menopause instead of like puberty. And so I feel like I'm going through this like second puberty menopause thing. Good thing even before menopause my nipples hung down to my belly button. You know when you're sad but you don't really want to be? So no music works, because sad songs, it's like, oh, I shouldn't listen to that, that's just going to fuel my sadness. But then a happy song comes on and you're like, that's not the vibe, that's not the mood that I'm in personally, so you skip that. Sad song, skip that. Like, I need like a medium song, but they're kind of hard to find sometimes. Anyway, if anyone's keeping track of my school journey, it's week 6, the end of week 6. First time wearing sweatpants to school, feels empowering in a way. Giving up feels empowering. I've decided to give up because apparently nothing I fucking do is good enough. Apparently, oh my god, I'm going 10 over the speed limit and this person's passing me like a maniac. Like they're passing me so quickly. They gotta be going like 60 miles per hour on it in Downward Road. I'm sorry, Malala, but I don't want to go to school today. I'm trying to focus on the positive. And I have a zit. That's awesome. That's great. I felt that washing my face in the shower, but I didn't know it was so noticeable visually. I'm sorry, Malala. I keep trying to focus on the positive. Like, I keep seeing all these signs everywhere. Businesses are like, we love our Bengals. We love ISU. Welcome back. Orange and black. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, they're talking to me. It's so nice to be so supported. As a student, I am so supported by the local. And then I'm like, that's just capitalism. And I'm like, well, at least you get a discount. And I'm like, oh. Well, also, I like the little paw prints that lead me to school. You know, like on the road, they have these little paw prints on the way to school. I think that's cute. I wish this person would go, considering the light screen. Anyway. Guys, the whole fucking reason I cried myself to sleep last night was thinking about asking my friend if he wanted to do a suicide pact, because he recently had a failed attempt recently. He had a failed attempt. Oh my god. Anyway, and so I was like, I think I'm gonna kill myself, or at the very least drop out of school. I ended up going to school but in sweatpants. That was my compromise. And then, all because my teacher sent me an email last night being like, hey, there was a mix-up, you were supposed to do the assignment like this. And I'm like, that is how I did the fucking assignment though. What the fuck do you mean? And so I just like was like, I thought that's exactly what I did, so I guess I'm still confused, and I guess we're gonna have to talk about it after class. And then during class he was talking about how almost nobody got the fucking assignment right or did it right. And I was like, okay, well, at least I'm not the only one. And then he's like, some people, they titled it like this, and then did my exact title. And I was like, oh, that's the fucking problem. It's literally just the way I titled it. Like, my title just threw him off, because we were supposed to do a summary of the paper and then a response to the paper. And I titled my paper Annotated Reading and Response. Or annotated, or sorry, we're also doing, yeah, a third part of the project is annotating the pages. Those 40 pages I was telling you about. Anyways, so I titled mine Annotated Reading and Summary and Response. And that threw him off, and he thought I combined the two, even though they were supposed to be separate, but they were separate. And then at the bottom I said response, and I wrote my response separately, but on a different page, but in the same document, which is exactly what he told us to do. And that's why I was so fucking confused. No, that's why I'm so fucking confused. Okay, my original plan here, I keep doing this. This is a symptom of my memory loss. Every time I reference, I think you should leave, when Tim Robinson goes, It's from the Bones Are Their Money sketch, the day Robert Palin's murdered me sketch. My favorite, I think you should leave sketch. So funny. And in it, he goes, Billy as in me or Billy as in him? And then the guy goes, your name's Billy too? And he goes, no, that's why I'm so fucking confused. And I say that probably 3 times a day. And I always think, oh, I'll just show someone the clip, or oh, I'll just put the clip in the video. And every clip, it always cuts off that ending conversation of the skit, which is the funniest fucking part of the skit. I swear to God, really pisses me off. If anyone has that clip, please send it to me so I can please start putting it in the videos so people understand what I'm referencing, because it's so much funnier that way. And so I just raised my hand because I was so anxious the whole time during class, just waiting to talk to him after class. I'm like, that's what I did. and he was like, okay, we'll see and talk about it after class, because I was really tired last night and it was late at night, and so I could be wrong. And I was just like, oh, and that just like released so much anxiety for me for the rest of class, and I was able to focus the rest of class, because before that I was like literally crying and just writing my feelings out in my notebook. I looked like a lunatic probably. But that's what needed to happen this morning. And then after class I show it to him and he's like, oh yeah, you're fine, I haven't even read it yet. So he just looked at my title, thought I did it wrong. Oh, there's a cop. This vlog will be continued later. He's right behind me, isn't he? Just kidding, he's right next to me. It's fine, we're at a stoplight and I'm like hiding my phone like I'm hiding it under the desk in class. Anyway, oh, here we go. So yeah, I cried myself to sleep last night, thought about dropping out of school, thought about dropping out of life, because my teacher, who didn't even read my paper, said I did it wrong. Well, sometimes that happens to us. Because I was like, okay, so should I just like change the labeling and then resubmit it? And he was like, yeah, and you can change whatever you want based off of like what you learned today in class and stuff. And I was like, do you think I should? Like, is there anything you think I should change? And he was like, I don't know, I haven't read it. And in that moment I was like, are you kidding? Like, all this hurt, all these tears, all this self-doubt, and you haven't even read my paper. And I was feeling so confident before that email too, because I just finished like a 6-page paper for that same class, and I'm just like, this is good. I'm a good writer, I'm a good academic. And then I get that email like a few hours later that's like, there seems to have been some confusion. It was such a nice email too. It's not even like he was a dick about it. And I think he was just sending almost everybody basically the same like copy and paste thing. But it's fine. Well, something new happened in class today. Started out the same as usual. I answer the question in my group. Nobody understands the problem. No one understands the question. Everyone is saying the wrong damn answer. I mean, it's not that what they're saying is wrong. It's that it has nothing to fucking do with what we were asked to do. I answer the question. I answer right. I get ignored. Whatever. I'm over it at this point. I'm used to it. But then our group's turn to present. And I volunteered to present. And another girl piped up and stole my answer. Said what I said. And the teacher really liked it. So I think I'm back to wanting to fucking kill myself. Oh, guys, I'm so pissed. We had to go back into our breakout rooms with our same group. I'm already pissed at this girl because she stole my answer. And then fucking, I'm asking, I'm like, is this an English class or is this just a regular class? Because it said ESL, I guess, but I didn't know what that meant. It's learning school, I guess. Now I put it together. But no one was answering my question. So then when the teacher came in, I was like, hey, is this an English class? And she was like, yeah. And then the same girl who stole my answer goes, I was just going to tell you that. I was just going to say that. Really? Because 20 minutes ago, I fucking asked you and no one in this room had an answer for me. And now everyone's acting like I'm fucking stupid. Okay, well, my third class of the day went pretty well. Nobody stole my answers. Instead, it was the usual bullshit where no one would listen to me. And get this. First thing, like, my teacher literally called me easy. And easy in this context meant smart and not slutty. Because she was like, I don't know where I left off, because she usually goes in order. So usually my teacher goes in order on Zoom, just like down the list, asking us each to like answer a question in a row. But then sometimes Zoom moves it around because we talk or move or whatever, so it's not always in the same order and she gets lost. And so it moved around and she was like, let's just start with Lex, that's always easy. Implying that I'm smart, not implying that I'm slutty, I'm pretty sure. Or implying that I'm quick to answer or efficient or something, if not implying intelligence, implying something positive about me. And then later I got a really hard question right when it was my turn and she was like, good spot, you didn't let it trip you up, like that's good. complimenting me again. But then when we get into our breakout rooms, oh, also I got second place on Kahoot, so maybe that made everyone think I was an idiot. But because usually I get first place, so that maybe they were thinking, oh, she's off her game today. It was like by like 200 points, which is like nothing in Kahoot. But maybe people thought that I'm getting dumber or something. And so they were like not listening to me in group work as per usual. And they were like all against me, and I was the scribe. We take turns on who actually fills out the assignment. I was the one actually doing the assignment, but I had to do it their way because majority rules. And then the rule that we have is if in class when people are sharing their answers and the teacher's helping us after the breakout room, if there's a change, then like if we find out we were wrong, then the scribe has to fix it before they turn it in. I was right the whole time. Prepositions are a part of the noun phrase. I knew this.
Well, it would be more correct to say there are noun phrases inside of prepositional phrases, but the point is we're supposed to be underlining and pointing out the entire phrase and the nested phrases. So the prepositional phrases, especially the noun head, would be that's my point. That's my point, is we needed to be including them and talking about them.
We were taught this. They wouldn't believe me. They wouldn't listen. So I had to redo the whole assignment on my own. Wish I could have just done that the first time. Would have saved me a lot of hassle. Group work is the bane of my existence, and I am back to wanting to kill myself, so might text my friend about that suicide pact. The worst part is my teacher came into the breakout room and I asked her, and she agreed with the rest of my group. I was like, all right, I guess I'm wrong. Like, I fully accepted that I was wrong. And then we get into the actual class and my teacher's saying the exact opposite. So I had to pipe up and be like, I'm confused because in our group you said this was correct. Now you're saying this is correct. What's going on? She's like, well, I'll accept either of them because we're early on in the year and I'm not going to be super strict about it because everyone's still learning. And I was like, okay, well, which one is more correct? And she was like, putting the preposition in the noun phrase. And I was like, redoing the assignment then. Redoing the whole fucking assignment. In good news, I got 100% on my most recent paper turned in my gay class. Gender and sexuality. I keep calling it gay class. I think it's funny. So, at least I'm good at being gay.
Natalie Nunn, baddie, pose for me. Ass fat, slim, thick, no tummy.
She just said, let me do something for the vlog. I had no idea what was going to happen. I don't know what this is. I'm not cultured.
Baddie, pose for me. You don't know?
No.
Who's Natalie Nunn? Do we know?
No.
Natalie Nunn.
Ready?
It's like a rag doll.
He loves it.
I got some peppers that are ready for me. I've got so many tomatoes that are ready for me. And look at this. We got more dahlias coming. Oh, whoa. Look at that. Don't get in the shadow. Oh, look at that. Another one coming in. These ones. And then yellow coming in.
Libéré, français. Oh my god. Oh, the beginning of my Halloween costume. This is so out of character for me. I hardly ever order packages. It happens like twice a year. I never really order things internationally, especially because carbon emissions and everything, you know. And I hate French people. I'm not a beret person, but Halloween. Can you tell what I'm gonna be? Can you guess what I'm gonna be? It's not a French person.
We're gonna have to figure out what to do with my bangs because this ain't gonna work, and that definitely ain't gonna work. And I feel like it's cutting off circulation. And I feel like I'm gonna fall down, but they said it's gonna stretch out, and they gave me instructions on how to stretch it out. Guess how much this costs? Don't ask. Don't ask how much this costs. And no, it's not like the $20 ones off of Amazon. Did you see the fancy fucking case that came in? I told my sister, oh, my part of my Halloween costume came. That's the only part I'm ordering. I figure I could just thrift like a greenish button up, like hopefully like an army green button up, I'm thinking, and then just be pantsless and be like a slutty zombie Che is what I'm thinking.
Anyways, but she goes, what are you being for Halloween again? A philanthropist? First of all, how would you dress up as a philanthropist? Second of all, no, I said communist. Wait, guys, this is how you wear it. Sorry, I'm not fucking French, and I hate the French. How was I supposed to know? But I'm not a fucking Francophile. I can't say. Okay, anyway, we're gonna have to do something about the banks. But it's not got enough the circulation to my head anymore when you wear it right. So that's good. Because I sized up by a centimeter. I measured my head, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna get an extra centimeter of room just in case. And it feels perfect. I'm really happy about the size. Okay, I'm so confused because I ordered pink dollies, right? And I can't remember the exact name of them right now. They're supposed to be pink. This looks pink, but once they open up, they look white. But they look like the color of another one that I ordered that's kind of this brownish color, but also like maybe not so bright white. They'd look pink. I don't know. That one kind of had some pink on it. There's pink on it. Then this one was supposed to be cream, like kind of how that one is. Cute though, either way. And then this yellow one is supposed to be orange. So I don't know if it's like something to do with the soil, because I think the soil, like I think I've said this, but I think it's too high in nitrogen. And I think that's why they took forever to bloom, and also why they're like this. But I think it's great for the vegetables. I just don't think the soil is the move for the flowers. So my plan is next year, either convince my grandpa to put new soil in one of them or move flowers somewhere else and fill these with vegetable. This shit is nasty. Don't fucking eat it. Beautiful though. This is a mother. She's single mother, and these are her 2 children. He's 3 and he's 6. This is a polyamorous couple. There's 3 parents and 2 children. 2 parents and 2 children. That's like me. Well, one of them died, but this one's the dad. This one's the son. His wife and his mom died in a car wreck. She was driving to work. They weren't there. This is this one's adolescence. It's going off on its own, and it's growing bigger, but it's not quite mature and red yet, but it's big. They're childless. They're child-free. They don't feel like doing that right now, and that's fine. They're orphaned. Here's how I can win the teenagers over. Do I want to? No. But I accidentally came to this realization today in my 8 a.m. You use their slang. They like it when you use their slang. Well, as long as you like use it correctly and don't sound like an idiot and don't sound cringe, they like it. Like today we were supposed to be like analyzing this analysis of a paper. We were analyzing an analysis and meta, and we were supposed to say whether we thought it was good or not. And I was like, I mean, it was pretty mid, like, and then I was gonna keep going, and that just like came out of my mouth. I wasn't even like trying to be cool. Like that's just something, you know, just you hear it, you say it. And I got a bunch of giggles, and I think I'm starting to get the teens on my side again. The kid who's like has gun autism, he wouldn't even look at me today. He wouldn't smile at me. He wouldn't talk to me, and we sit right next to each other. It's so awkward. And I'm like, I'm sorry, my little autistic friend. I'm sorry I insulted your special interest. I never even said anything negative about guns. You guys just, you look at me and you think, oh, that's a lib. And then you fucking, she got feathers in her hair, fucking lib. I don't give a fuck about your guns. I really fucking don't. The Democratic Party doesn't give a fuck about your guns. The fucking Democratic, like, runner, like, the Democrat that's running for president has a gun. And so does the vice president. Like, fuck off. Nobody's fucking trying to take away your guns. You live in fucking fairy tale land. Anyway, point is, they really like that when I use their slang. Am I going to use that to my advantage? Am I going to try to win the teenagers over? No. Because I'm just gonna not give a fuck what they think about me. But it's nice to know if I really get to the point where I need to win the teenagers over, I can just say shit like mid, and they're on my side again. It is like such a reality check sometimes when my grandparents talk about money. And I've never hid the fact that like I come from money, and that like privilege is what allows me to do the things that I do, like especially like generational wealth. I've never hid that my grandparents are paying for my school. I've never hid that I live rent-free. Like, I've never hid those sorts of things. And I don't hide them from you, and I don't hide them from myself, is what I'm saying. Yeah, at the same time, sometimes I really don't realize or put things in perspective. Like, my grandpa's having a surgery this next week. By the time this goes up, it'll already be done and over with. So, I mean, I feel fine to say that. But even though it's, like, supposed to be a secret. But, like, it's gonna be done and over with, so it's fine. He just doesn't want to worry anyone. Anyways, for that, he had to move a bunch of money over. And he was like,
I never got the money. And I'm like, okay, well, did it come out of your other account? He's like, good idea, I'll check. It did come out of the account. I'm like, well, I guess you gotta figure out where it went. And he's like, and then he looks at his other accounts. He's like, oh, it went into the band account. So now the band has $37,000. I'm like, what the fuck, 37,000? Which, like, it's a surgery. It's gonna be like a lot of money. So it makes sense that he would move he moved probably like 35. The band account probably had like a couple of thousand. But like, not a lot of people have $35,000 to move, let alone have more than that. And the funniest part is he wasn't even stressed about it at all. Like, he's like, oh man, I overdrafted my account because I thought I had all that money in there. And it turns out it was in the band account. And he's like, $30 overdraft fee. I'm not paying that. He's on the board of the bank. He's not going to have to pay that. And then I started ranting about overdraft fees. And he's like, well, we actually talked at the bank board meeting. And we were talking about we're not going to do overdraft fees anymore. We're going to like lessen them or like have a different policy with them because we're making $150,000 a month on overdraft fees. And that's just too much to be made. I was like, yeah, especially because you guys are making off of the poorest people. Like, those people are already like in a bind, you know, if they're overdrafting their accounts, they're obviously not well to do, and like you're just profiting off of them. So I think that's a great idea. Like, I fully encourage that. And it's just weird because it's like my grandpa's this capitalist monster, but then he's not. It's like, oh, you're on the board of a bank, but you're trying to do away with overdraft fees. So it's like really confusing. And then it's like, oh, you sell insurance, but you're really nice to your employees, you know, like, and you pay them well. So it's like, he's like half capitalist monster and like half saint, honestly. Like, it's so confusing. And then just part of the culture shock today was seeing how someone can overdraft their account and not be stressed because they know there's going to be no consequences for it, because he's like, it's kind of their fault because on the deposit I wrote my name, not the band's name, but I accidentally put the band account. They should have caught it, which I don't really agree with that logic because his name's probably on the band account name, so they're going to go by the account number. But the thing is, they'll probably listen to him and they'll listen to his logic and they'll probably waive his fee because he's a board member of the bank. And they're talking about doing away with the overdraft fees anyways. I think I'm going to switch to his bank, get special treatment. I've been avoiding it for a decade because I don't want special treatment. But at this point, I should just let my privilege work for me. Here was the most shocking part, though. My grandma comes in and she's like, what are you guys talking about? And my grandma goes, oh, overdraft fees. And she goes, what's that? What's an overdraft fee? That is what killed me today. That is what has been blowing my mind, is my grandma not knowing what an overdraft fee is. Imagine that peaceful of a life. Imagine that privilege of a life where you've never dealt with an overdraft fee. Because, like, my grandpa was one side of the coin because, like, he's been poor before. Like, my grandpa did actually start out from scratch and build himself up, like, but that is because he's a white man who was born in the fucking baby boomer generation. Like, it was pretty easy to do that back then. Like, I'm not saying he didn't work hard, but a lot of people work hard today and don't get near where he's at. It's just, he at least knows what overdraft fees are, but oh my god, that's what blew my mind today. What's an overdraft fee? I had the same thing kind of happen to me a couple weeks ago because I was thinking, they're probably getting pretty close to paying off the cabin because there's a lot of talk about paying off the cabin. And so I'm like, well, if it's like $10,000 away from being paid off, I should just pay off the cabin because, like, I have at least $10,000. I'm not going to tell you how much, but I have at least that much. So I could just pay off the cabin, and I think it'd be a nice thing to do since I live there and I use it so much, and it'd be a nice way to say thank you to the family for, but also, like, I take care of it and stuff. So, like, it's not like it's really like a gift for me. Like, the family also says thank you to me for taking such good care of the cabin, you know, and watching it and making sure everything goes well. And I used to have to drag a lot of hose before we recently got the sprinkler system. That was like a part-time job. So, and then obviously I keep it clean and everything, and we keep things fixed up and watch things because things break. And so when they're broken, then I'm the one who calls people. Well, I call my grandpa to call people, at least. I watch things, you know. I'm the garden hermit. I'm the house watcher. They used to pay good money to those back in the day. All the good jobs are gone. And they're not taken by immigrants. They just don't exist anymore. Okay, point is, this really shocked me because I asked my grandpa, I said, how close are you to paying off the cabin? He goes, oh, pretty close. We'll probably pay it off in the next 6 months or so. And I go, okay, so how much money then? Like, can I ask that? And he goes, oh, like, he said something crazy. What did he say? I think it was like over $100,000. I think it was in the 6-figure range. And I'm like, you can do that? Like, I didn't say this part out loud. All I said was, you can do that. But in my head, I'm like, you can pay 6 figures in like less than 6 months? Like, you have the ability to do that? And he's like, oh yeah. Like, that was easy for him to pay 6 figures in a matter of months. If you told me I had to come up with 6 figures in a matter of 6 months, I'd just throw up and then kill myself. Like, I want to. Oh my god. And don't rob me. My doors are locked, okay? Oh my gosh, and then my grandma was going through her jewelry yesterday, and I was like, oh my god, I see why we keep the doors locked. Like, Jesus Christ. And I kept making jokes about pawning it, but like I kind of want to throw up. Like, it's kind of really gross. Like, it's really gross to have that much money. Like, I'm anti-billionaire, but I always say I'm not really anti-millionaire, because I do believe you can like work ethically and be like an ethical millionaire, but I don't think there's any ethical billionaires. And I think my grandpa's like a pretty ethical guy for the most part. Like, at least half of him is. But I want to throw up. Like, why do you need that much money? On the bright side, though, Beans and Brew, which my family owns like part of, and was also renting the building out to them, they are closing that location because it's not making enough money, because they fucking suck, and we have plenty of coffee places in town that are actually decent. And so now they're renting it out to a different coffee place, a local coffee place, which I'm super excited about. But then he like fucking raised the rent on them like crazy. So I'm like, are you ethical? But also rent is just raising like crazy, and everything's going up. So, and he hadn't raised the rent on that building in a long time for Beans and Brew, because he had stake in the company. So obviously he's not gonna raise rent on like. I don't know. It's also confusing to me. Like, can you be a businessman and be ethical? Can you make money and be ethical? It's a question I've been asking myself basically since I was born.